Happy Monday, loaded show ahead here on this edition of Seattle Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. I am the somewhat capable host, Tyler Jones, here with you. We are talking about signing Zach Cunningham in NFL free agency. We'll let you hear what one Seahawks legend had to say recommending the Seahawks make a move. Also, Boye Mafe enters his third year of the National Football League, his first working with Mike Macdonald. We'll tell you what he had to say about his new head coach and talk about his expectations for 2024 coming up in just a matter of moments. All July long, we are facing off with our Cowboys Report channel, Tom Dowdy and the gang, to see who can get the most likes on their videos for the month of July. And an update, the Cowboys Report has a bit of a lead on Seahawks Today. We want to show them who's boss and win this like battle. Like the video, stick it to the Cowgirls, show why we have the best fans, not just in the NFC, but for the entire National Football League. Like today's video, and we'll get started with today's show. Let's begin with Zach Cunningham, as Seahawks great Lofa Tatupu did an interview with the Locked On Seahawks Podcast, Corbin Smith and company. They do a really good job covering the Seahawks. And they hit on a number of topics. One in particular was filling the void, the depth issue concern, if you will, at the linebacker position, which has been an ongoing discussion across Seahawks circles for the last couple of months, especially with the injuries to Dodson and Baker. And an idea that Lofa came up with was that the Seahawks should go pursue Zach Cunningham in free agency. He still remains available, and they can get him for a relatively low cost, and the Seahawks do have some cap space to spend. Here's more. I would say Cunningham is probably the one you plug in right away and not worry too much about injury or availability in terms of, do we have to put him on a pitch count or no practice to make sure he's ready for Sunday? I think Zach could walk in and play right away. That's one of these underappreciated guys. Everywhere he goes, he just racks up 130 tackles, sacks, and interceptions, and just makes plays. And so I think that would probably be the best fit, especially for what Mike Macdonald likes to do. It's also worth noting that Cunningham is just 29 years old. He's not that very old at this point in his career. So You're not taking a flyer on an older guy. This is somebody that should be able to still give it a go right from the jump. And when you talk about signing these veteran players, injuries are always going to be a topic of discussion. And the good news for Seahawk fans, that if they do go ahead and decide to pursue Zach Cunningham, that the injury history with Cunningham throughout his career, comparably speaking to other players his age and at his position, is minimal. That it hasn't been that big of an issue, comparatively speaking, to other guys that he competes with day in and day out. More on Cunningham, a second-round pick back in 2017 out of Vanderbilt by the Texans. Previously played with the Titans and most recently the Eagles. In his best season, you go back to 2020 when he was the NFL's solo tackles and combined tackles leader that season. So not too long ago when he played his best football in that regard. The numbers from Cunningham, as you can see on your screen there, that 2020 season included 164 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and 2 pass breakups. Most recently in 2023, not bad, 85 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, no sacks, 4 pass breakups. The year prior to that, played in just 6 games with 24 tackles, no tackles for loss, no sacks, and 1 pass breakup. This is a no-brainer. If you're the Seattle Seahawks and you're looking for a depth piece, for a plug-and-play guy that doesn't cost you a whole lot, that's played at a high level, Zach Cunningham, to me, makes a ton of sense. And think about this. With the lack of depth that you have right now at this position, when you talk about with Dodson and Baker being banged up at the moment, the hope is that they're back in time for training camp, but we'll see when it actually happens. When not having too many options there, when you talk about Knight and Thomas and Radigan, besides Knight, you're looking at guys that are just competing for a 53-man roster spot. Why would you not go ahead and get an insurance policy here with Zach Cunningham and make yourself feel a whole lot better about this position group going into 2024? To me, I would feel just relieved, if you will, if they could bring Cunningham into the fold and give him just that one extra body at that position. Let's ask you now, our pinned comment today, should the Seahawks sign Zach Cunningham or not? Type S for sign, type P for pass. Way in the comments section, let us know what you think. Seahawks Today continues to bring you daily Seahawks coverage you won't find anywhere else, with news and rumors, live shows twice a week, sometimes 2 and 3+ videos a day here on the channel. We're bringing you Madden Sims for every single Seahawks game this season. We are your Seahawks off-season headquarters. Lock us in for free. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV to subscribe. Join the family of 12s. You'll be glad you did. From Boye to Mac. See what I did there? Boye Mafe enters his third year with the Seattle Seahawks, and it's going to be a little bit different for him as he has a new head coach in Mike Macdonald coming in, a new defensive scheme, and Mike Macdonald has as good of a track record as any coach in the NFL when it comes to developing pass rushers and getting the most out of these guys, which is very good news for Boye Mafe, who's coming off a strong second year in Seattle. Boye did an interview with Chris Long, the son of Howie Long, played in the National Football League for a long time. And Mafe kind of gave a look behind the curtain, if you will, of what's going on behind the scenes there in the Seahawks organization since Macdonald took over, and gave a full picture. He got a full picture of what Macdonald's success is and what it's going to take for Macdonald to get the most out of this Seahawks team in 2024. Boye said the following: I see how it's flowing. In the essence of it, he's really one of those people like X's and O's. He understands it really well. He understands football really well and understands how to utilize people, how to move people. That's one thing I'm coming to learn. I see where it comes from and how it works. And you look at Boye Mafe, this is somebody that will play a key role in determining just how successful Mike Macdonald's defense will be in year one, because they are going to depend a lot out of him with his abilities not only to go after the quarterback, but also to stop the run and also what he can do in coverage as well. Boye Mafe is going to be asked a lot of him in what I would call the biggest season of his career so far here in year number 3. Macdonald's defense, a mix of 3-4 and the 4-3. Boye, a player like him, is going to have to be very flexible to move around a lot. Emphasis on disruption. That's where Boye Mafe comes in. He's going to be expected to make an impact on every single play. Meanwhile, you're also looking at a defense that is very big on winning the down and affecting the quarterback. Every single play matters, and that's where a guy like Boye is going to be asked to be so consistent. And we saw that when he had that 7-game stretch with a sack, which broke the franchise record for most consecutive games with a sack. A physical mindset. Again, right up Boye Mafe's alley of being the enforcer, if you will, in playing fast. They want to go toe-to-toe with these offenses that can move quickly, that run no huddle at times. The Seahawks defense, with playing fast, that's something that certainly Boye Mafe is capable of. More on Boye Mafe and his role in Mike Macdonald's defense in a moment, but first, do you believe in Mike Macdonald's defense in year number 1 in Seattle? What do you guys think? Type B for believe, D for don't. In the comment section, let us know what you think. One player that's going to play a pivotal role in this Seahawks defense in 2024 is Byron Murphy. We have his jerseys on sale now. Add the 9 to the 1, and you get Murphy's jersey. Got the home uniform, the away, got the throwback alternate as well. They're on sale now at chatsports.com/Murphy. Men's and women's options, all different shapes and sizes for you as well. Go see for yourself. Free shipping available as well. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. That's chatsports.com/Murphy. So now, as Boye Mafe enters his third year in the NFL, the next question becomes, what is the next step for Boye Mafe going forward? Coming off a strong season where he led this team in sacks, as we mentioned, set the team's franchise record for most consecutive games with a sack. What does he have to do next in 2024? And for me, think about this. We saw Boye Mafe have that great stretch with 9 straight sacks, with 7 straight sacks, and leading the team in sacks with 9, right? Then he kind of disappeared after he set that record. The Seahawks need something from Boye week in and week out. I don't think it's a stretch to ask Boye Mafe to have 12 or more sacks this season, especially if he wants to get paid big money. If Boye can take a huge step forward, not only would the Seahawks love to have that, but that means a lot more Benjamins in Boye Mafe's pocket going forward. I'm of the belief that we have not seen the best football out of Boye Mafe just yet, that he still has another step to take. He is a good pass rusher, but I think in 2024, you're going to see him turn into a great pass rusher. And you look at the track record of what McDonald has done with getting the most out of an old Justin Houston and Jadeveon Clowney and Kyle Van Noy. There's no reason why Boye Mafe can't do the same here in 2024. Will Boye Mafe have a big year this year? What do you guys think? You got two options here. Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Weigh in the comment section. Let us know what you think. You know I'm spamming yes. Spam yes in that comment section if you agree with me that Boye is going to have a big year. If you enjoyed today's video, if you want to stick it to the Cowboys Report, like the video, do your part. I'm Tyler Jones. We will see you next time right here on Seahawks Today.